Hello and welcome to Random Things. This is Ty, and today we're going to try to make Magnolia Bakery's banana bread pudding. It technically isn't a banana bread. It's actually, turns out it's actually vanilla wafers, not necessarily banana bread. So we had a get together and somebody brought Magnolia Bakery's banana pudding. I did not know what Magnolia Bakery was, but apparently it's a very, very well-known bakery in New York. And the banana pudding was pretty damn good. So, in scouring the interweb, we found the recipe, and I'm going to give it a shot. And if this works out, boy, I can be a superhero bringing this to parties. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of ingredients. So, basically, it's vanilla pudding. So you make vanilla pudding, and instead of using milk, it's so the recipe calls for 3 cups of milk. But instead of using 3 cups of milk, the recipe for Magnolia Bakery says use sweetened condensed milk and water, and so the combination of the two making 3 cups. So what it turns out is if this is a 14-ounce can of condensed milk, so it's about 1.5 cups of cold water. Put it into a bowl, whisk it together so that you dissolve the condensed milk with the water, and then you add in the powdered pudding. And then you're going to whisk it until it's nice and even, it's not lumpy, and then you're going to refrigerate it for about 2 to 4 hours, and then that'll get pretty stiff, and then that'll allow you to go to the next step. Then you're supposed to take about 3 cups of heavy whipping cream and then whip it until you get like a very stiff peak, essentially like stiff whipped cream. And then you mix the pudding with the whipped cream, mix it together, and that becomes your cream for your banana cream pudding. And then you need some bananas and then some wafers, and you start doing layers. So that's the basics of it. So we're going to start giving that a whirl. So I'm not going to bore you with 5 minutes of whipping cream. We're going to just kind of fast forward that part, and we'll resume when I'm putting it all together. All right, quick tutorial on whipping cream. So this is a bowl of the heavy cream, and I just use a little hand mixer, not a little whisk, because I'm not about to whisk the shit out of this. So anyway, so as you can see, if you lift it up, see that little cream? It just kind of falls back down, so it's not a stiff peak. So if when you pull that mixer out and that cream comes up like a volcano and it stays up, then that's a stiff peak. So that's what I learned about bacon. Okay, so we whipped it for like on super high for like another minute or so, and then this is what it kind of looks like now. See? Very kind of dry and stiff. Get that sucker off my paddle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the pudding into this. Now, the reason why they say you want to fold it, again, this is like baking 101. I don't know what anyway, so the reason why the cream looks like that, whipped cream, is because it's full of air, like tiny little air bubbles in there or something like that. And so if you just throw all the pudding in there at once and just whip it the hell again, it's going to all flatten out and turn into kind of like a liquidy puddle. And so that's what they say. You have to kind of scoop in little at a time, a little quarter at a time, and fold. So yes, you're going to have to exercise a little patience. But if you want to impress the folks, then I guess you're going to have to be a little patient, right? Okay, let's give this a shot. All right, I know I said that we're supposed to be patient and kind of fold the pudding. All right, so you're supposed to like fold it and fold it. But that just seems like, I don't know. I need to have a lot of patience. kind of see what happens if I try to whip it. I'm gonna go 1, like real slow. That's not too bad. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna finish doing this and then we'll start assembling. Okay, so I still got some more pudding to fold in, and as I'm thinking about, you know, how to enhance my patience, I think, well, you know, a little adult beverage never hurts. Oh yeah, definitely more patient now. Alright, so now we have the cream, and it's just to assemble it. So we're going to lay down a layer of the cream. My little spatula, not exactly the right tool, but hey, you know, it's about making it work. So I got a bed of cream. We're gonna lay down some wafers. Let's get that in there. And then some nanas. So you can put as much bananas and wafers as you like. And the wafers can be whole or it can be crushed according to the recipe. So now I'm just going to add another layer. Boy, I tell ya, you know, hats off to the bakers out there, because you really gotta have some patience. Well, speaking of patience, let me improve my patience real fast. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, definitely more patient. Alright, I'm gonna throw down some more wafers. You know, and I'm gonna crush some in there just to give it a little more. And some more nanas. And then final layer of cream. And then just some crumbs. Okay, so now we have to refrigerate this for another 7 to 12 hours, and they'll be ready to eat. Well, there you have it. The Magnolia Bakery's banana pudding. So you can take a look. You see some of the layering in there. Let me just make this size better. Layering some breadcrumbs. Now, couple of confessions. One, I probably could have exercised a little bit more patience. Two, I didn't have enough heavy cream. So even though the recipe called for 3 cups of cream for me to whip, I only had 2. And so, so I had the 3 cups of the pudding, but only like 2 cups of the cream. And so I think that's why this looks a little bit more yellow than what you would see in actual Magnolia Bakeries and other YouTube videos that shows you how to make this stuff. But you know, I don't think it's gonna kill it. It's just that's why it's a little more yellow. The other thing too is the ratio of this. I think I had a little bit of pudding left, and so I probably needed a little bit more bananas. So I had 3 bananas. Probably could use 4 to 5. It always sucks running out of one ingredient when you're making something, because you feel like, oh man, I gotta pile on the pudding. So maybe there's a couple of thick layers of pudding in there, but just make sure you have enough bananas. So about 5 bananas. Make sure you have more cream, and this all takes about 30 minutes to make in terms of putting it together. Now it does take about 10-15 minutes to make the actual pudding. Throw it in the refrigerator, go do whatever, come back 4 hours later, and then finish it up in half an hour. But all in all, not too bad. Can't wait to try it tomorrow, and I'll see if I can add some video of the wife and kids trying and get their opinion on this, because I'm not exactly, my opinion will be biased, you know, so we'll see. So with that, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button to get notified of other random things that I do. And with that, cheers to patience.